Okay, Miss Aubrey, Mrs. Birthday Girl, let's go ahead and get started. First, these are all supplies you're going to need. Pencil, Sharpie, these are for drawing, of course. You're going to need the Q-tips, because how can you do a Q-tip painting without them? You can't, okay? We're going to need portion cups. These things are awesome. I love these things. And I have colors. Now, you know we're going to paint ourselves a rainbow using the Pointillism technique. And there are more colors in the rainbow than just red, yellow, and blue. White is there too. Well, you'll find out about white later. Okay, so yeah, there are more colors in the rainbow than just the red, the blue, and the yellow. But you can make all of those colors with the red, the blue, and the yellow. Yeah, you can go out and buy all of them, but what's the fun in that? Okay, so there's the paints, and this is the paper. The paper I like to use is a multimedia paper. You can go whatever size you want. This is a 9-inch by 12-inch pad. I like 98 pounds though. 98 pounds is really good because it will take all kinds of abuse. I'm going to take a sheet out, put it over on the side, and we're going to turn it, this is portrait, we're going to turn it horizontal to the landscape, okay? Then we're going to grab our pencil. Now, of course, the first thing we must do is write our names on our papers, okay? That's very important. First thing we're going to draw are clouds. Yeah, we're going to draw a bunch of clouds on this side and a bunch of clouds on this side. That way we'll have a place for our rainbow to start and another place for it to end. Now, to make clouds, we're just going to make circles. Circles. See that circle? Make another circle. See that circle? Put another one right there. And that's it. That's all you need for the cloud. That's it. That's all you need. I made 3 circles. Now, let's go on the other side. Do the same thing. Circle. 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 Isn't that easy? That's just the easiest thing ever. Okay, I just drew 3 circles and now you have your clouds. We're going to put detail in it, but we're not going to do that right now. Next, we're going to draw the actual arc for the rainbow. Now, how many colors are there in the rainbow? Well, let's turn over on the back. Let's count them off. And this is going to be in the order that you would need to paint them, okay? So first, of course, it's red. And then it's going to be orange. And then yellow. And then green, and then blue, and then purple, in that order. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. We need 6 spaces for our rainbow. So the first one, we're going to start right here. I like to put a guide dot right there, and I'm going to end it right there. I put a little guide dot over there on that side. See the little dots? The dots help me make sure I get the line in the right spot, okay? Now I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to make a big arcing curved line and end it over there. Does not have to be perfect, okay? That does not have to be perfect, no big deal. Then we're going to do another one. I'm going to space it out about right there, keep the same space on that side, and when I draw this next arc, I'm going to try to make sure I keep the same amount of space between there and there all the way up the line, okay? Same amount of space. So let's try it. Same amount of space between both lines as I draw. Boom, just like that. Easy stuff. Let's do the same thing. Now that just makes, that's 2 lines, but that just makes 1 space. So that would be what color? What color would that be? Red, right. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's see, same amount of space put my guide dots. They help me put things in the right spot. Let's do the third line, keeping the same space. Take your time. And done. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. You got it. You got it. You got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Do the next line. Same space. One continuous line all the way to the other side. Man, this is easy, man. This is so easy. How many spaces? There's 1, 2, 3 spaces. I think we need 3 more spaces. So let's see. I'm gonna start the line right there. Put our guide dot. Put our next guide dot about right there. And we're gonna do it again. Each time you do it, it looks like the line's getting shorter and shorter. Boom. Let's do it again. Right there and right there. Same amount of space. You're just eyeballing it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Boom. And then I think one more line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, one more should do it. And this is going to be the last space, the last line. Booyah. We're gonna next go ahead to the Sharpie part. We want to Sharpie these lines in to make sure that we get it just right, okay? Now on the clouds, we're gonna add a little detail like I said before. And basically, we're gonna make small M's. Let's do a really big cloud. And let me show you what I mean. Do a really big cloud. Do a really big cloud. Okay. Now on the cloud line, on the line, what you want to do is you want to actually draw a M. See that? And we're going to make that M different sizes. And we're going to go all along that line. That makes a cloud look just a little bit better. Follow that line all the way across, putting a M. And you can turn your paper as you go along the curve. You get to that little point, no big deal, just keep going. Where they touch, that's no big deal. You just keep going. Okay. And see my line, my curve kind of ends right there. Stop your M's right where your curve ends. A really neat and detailed cloud. So that's what we're gonna do on your page. I wanted to show you up close and personal just in case this isn't big enough for you to see. So just gonna make my M's just like I did before, all the way across. I'm turning my paper because it helps me make sure, put the M's in the right direction, just like that. Okay, now this one starts about right here, so that's where we're going to start. Curving around, curving around, making my M's, curving around. Curving around, curving around, curving around. Okay, we got one more side to do. Those clouds look the bomb. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lines and just trace over the line, no big deal. Trace over the line, take your time. Trace over the line. Like I said, take your time. And you're gonna do this with all of your lines. We're almost done with the whole drawing process. And it'll be on to painting. Oh yeah. And booyah. Now it is time for the painting. Now it is time for the painting. Now it is time for the painting. Let's get down to business. Alright, so I'll put red in there, of course, because what's the first color? Red, of course. So we're gonna get our red and we're gonna grab our Q-tips, and here's where the fun begins. All you need to do, put a little dot and then make a little dot. You put a little dot and then you make a little dot. You put a little dot and then you make a little dot. You put a little dot and you make a little dot. And you're going to stay inside of those lines that you created for yourself, and you are going to make it all the way over to the other side, making dots, 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 and more dots. Okay, it's really easy stuff. This is the fun part. You just make dots, filling in those spaces. Sometimes you get little gaps. Go back and fill in those little gaps, okay? Make sure you get all of that space colored in, covered in. Try not to get on and cover up the Sharpie so much. You can, I mean, it touches a little bit. I mean, that's cool, but try not to cover it up completely with the dots. This is awesome. This is such a great idea. I'm glad you guys decided rainbows. I don't know if I ever would have painted rainbows with pointillism before. I mean, I know I haven't done it before, but I don't know if I ever would have painted. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing here. Sometimes this can kind of get a little out of whack. What I mean by out of whack, see how it's not so neat anymore? The edge is not so neat anymore. What I like to do, I take and put it on the side of my cup and I twist it around against the side of my cup, and that makes it back neat again. It turns it back into a circle, and then I can start dotting with it again, painting with it again, making dots. If it gets out of whack, no big deal. Twirl it around on the edge of your cup, turns it back into a circle shape, and you just keep on going. Okay, now this is going to take me a minute to finish, so I will come back just as soon as I am done with the red.